What's going on, guys? Daily Pips here as usual. It's weekend and we have to drop our weekly forecast for you guys. So if today happens to be your first time on this channel, make sure you like, you subscribe, and you share for others to also enjoy. So let's start. So this is good on a daily time frame. Gold has been bullish as always. Gold has been bullish recently, and let's see if we can have any opportunities in the upcoming week. So as you can see, we have this breakaway gap here. Guys, this is not really a fair value gap. This is a breakaway gap. I will make a video explaining breakaway gaps to you guys. So basically, if price may find it difficult to retrace into a fair value gap, it's actually a breakaway gap. Okay, so you see this fair value gap here. There is actually based on candlesticks, we can call this daily candle a hammer or something. So it's kind of a bullish candle. So where price is, it may be difficult for price to retrace deep within here. Okay, deep into this zone. You get it? So yes, what we are going to do is we have to find a way to capitalize on this move because gold is still bullish. Okay, so let's see. So this is a breakaway gap. So let's move on to the 4-hour. So yes, on a 4-hour, you can see that this is the breakaway gap, which I don't really expect price to retrace in. If price will move from here to here, then there might be some point of a reversal or something. Or price may still continue up from this fair value gap, but you need a lot of confirmations because that will be a very deep retracement, and you can't trust that price will actually just move up after retracing very deep. So we will need a lot of confirmation. So for now, it's easily for price to get to this target right here than to move here. So I still expect gold to push up to this point. Okay, this gold to create a new all-time high. Okay, so now let's see. So as you can see, let me clear this fair value gap because for now it's not relevant. As you can see, price retraced into this 4-hour fair value gap right here, and yes, price retraced into this 4-hour fair value gap right here, and price began to push higher. So for now, you see, this is still my target here on gold. So in the upcoming week, I think Monday is a holiday, so the market, I don't know, I'll have to confirm that whether the market will open on Tuesday. But market open, I expect gold to move up to this point. Okay, so let's check the 1 hour if you have any. Okay, so guys, as I always say, fair value gaps are everything. Like, you find them everywhere in the market. So if you're able to master fair value gaps, you will be able to make money out of this market. Okay, so as you can see, price moved into this 4-hour fair value gap, created this 1-hour fair value gap. Price came into this 1-hour fair value gap as well, and price has started to push higher. Okay, so now what I'm waiting for, what I'm expecting in the upcoming week is that maybe price may create, because this candle here has the potential of creating a 1-hour fair value gap. Okay, we have the potential of creating a 1-hour fair value gap with the next candle after the next candle close. So if hopefully price creates a fair value gap right here, we will expect price to retrace back into this fair value gap. Look for our confirmations on the 5-minute time frame and push higher. Okay, and continue higher. That's what I'm expecting. But let's say if price kind of don't create, price may also create a breakaway gap right here, which will still continue higher. So you still have to find an entry on the 15-minute time frame. So based on what price will do, that's why you have to subscribe so that I'll be updating you guys with the YouTube shorts. Okay, so yes, I think that's it for gold. Gold is bullish, bro. I don't want any one of you to miss this move. This is a higher probability move for gold. You can make a lot of money out of this. Okay, so now let's move to Euro USD. Don't miss this, guys. You can subscribe, and I'll be updating you guys with my YouTube shorts. Okay, so let's move to Euro USD. So this is Euro USD on the weekly time frame, and as you can see, over the weekend we're able to create this weekly fair value gap right here. So this is a weekly fair value gap. So in the upcoming week, it will be a higher probability setup if price retrace into this weekly fair value gap and begin to push higher. Okay, maybe up to this swing point. Sorry. So yeah, up to this point. Okay, so if price is able to retrace into this weekly fair value gap, we will confirm on the 4-hour we confirm with a 4-hour fair value gap up to this point. This is the target for Euro USD for the upcoming week. So Euro USD is also bullish. Okay, so let's check the daily. Maybe we'll find something interesting. Let's move down in time frames if you find anything interesting. So yes, on the daily, there's nothing really interesting here. So it's still this weekly fair value gap that we expect price to retrace into. Okay, so yes, nothing really interesting on the daily. So on a 4-hour, yes, kind of same thing on a 4-hour. Okay, so yes, so we have this 4-hour fair value gap right here. There's a possibility. It's not that always price will retrace into a fair value gap to continue higher. That's why it's a top-down analysis. We move down in time frames to know what the lower time frames are also telling us. Price may still be bullish on the lower time frames, which means it will be very difficult for price to retrace very deep into the higher time frame fair value gaps. Okay, so as you can see, there's an example on USD. We don't have any bullish sense on the daily, but I see on the 4-hour we have this 4-hour fair value gap right here. Okay, we have this 4-hour fair value gap right here. So market open. If price wants to retrace into this fair value gap, okay, into this weekly fair value gap, price will have to disrespect this 4-hour fair value gap and also disrespect this 4-hour fair value area. Okay, you have to disrespect this and also disrespect this, which means price will turn bearish right here, heading towards this weekly fair value gap. Okay, but if price begins to respect this fair value gap and this fair value area, then there's a high probability that price is not going to retrace into this weekly fair value gap. Okay, so let's keep in touch. I'll be updating you guys as well, so subscribe. Okay, subscribe. Okay, so yes, I think that's it for Euro USD. Let's take USD JPY. Okay, so this USD JPY. So let's start from the weekly. The USD JPY has been quite bearish for some time. So let's see. Well, nothing really interesting. Okay, so we have okay, so we have this weekly fair value gap right here. Okay, that's a weekly fair value gap. So let's see what price is going to do. If price will trace into this weekly fair value gap, then we will be confirming it on the 4-hour to target this. Okay, so let's take the daily. Let's look at the daily. On the daily too, we don't have any daily fair value gap to continue lower, which still makes it a high probability that price may retrace into this zone. Okay, so let's check the 4-hour as well. Yes, on the 4-hour you can see that this has been a consolidation price. This is a consolidation trend. Okay, so actually a consolidating trend is basically like price is not actually, the momentum is not in one direction. We are actually consolidating, but still we are moving lower. As you can see from here, price has been consolidating, but it's still moving lower. And as I always say, fair value gaps tell you everything in the market. As you can see, you can even use fair value gap to spot consolidations. Let me show you guys something. So we had this bullish fair value gap right here, okay, which we expected price to retrace into this fair value gap and continue higher, right? But price disrespected this fair value gap with this candle. Okay, so this was a candle. It disrespected the fair value gap, which created bearish fair value gap, right? It created another bearish fair value gap. So we expected price to move into this bearish fair value gap and also continue lower. But price disrespected that bearish fair value gap again with this bullish candle. So if this happens, if we disrespect a bullish fair value gap and also disrespect a bearish fair value gap, then we are about to consolidate. And as you can see, price just started consolidating here and there. It will be very difficult for you to trade this kind of price action. So if this is happening, you just have to stay away from the market. Okay, yes. So as you can see, fair value gaps tells you everything. That's why I always tell you guys to try and master fair value gaps. They are everywhere in the market. Don't let anyone lie to you that fair value gaps don't work. They do work, but it's up to you how you actually use the fair value gaps. Okay, if you begin to study fair value gaps, you know a lot about the market. It tells you everything. Okay. So now let's move on. Let's move on to, let's say, US 30. Yes, let's check US 30. So yes, like in conclusion on USD JPY, I expect price to maybe retrace here, then head towards this low. But as I want to tell you guys that everything we are doing here is probability. It's not certain. It's not 100% sure that what I am saying is what price is going to do now. I'm not the one. I'm not the one moving the market. Okay, it's supply and demand. So anything I'm doing here is probability. Okay, it's probability. So don't actually take it as a financial advice. It's all probability. Okay. So now let's move on. Let's check US 30. Okay, let me use capital. Okay. Let's start from the weekly. Whoa, this price action is a bit tricky. I don't know if you guys will remember. I think in the previous week we discussed this candle. You can check out that video too. So we reached this low right here, this weekly swing point right here. Price has begun to respect this weekly low. Okay, so now let's go to daily. So on the daily, as you can see, price got here up to this daily fair value area, and price is moving lower. Okay, so for now, personally, I don't really see anything interesting yet, because it's like we are respecting a weekly swing point. At the same time, we are also respecting a daily fair value area. Okay, but let's check the 4-hour if there's anything interesting. Yes, so on the 4-hour, as you can see, we have this 4-hour fair value gap right here. Which price got in, right? Price retraced into this fair value gap with this candle. We also have this fair value area right here. Okay, and also we have this 4-hour swing point, and even this swing point. And even this swing point as well. Okay, so now it's two things. Price has already retraced in this fair value gap, but normally this was actually the last candle for I think the previous week, right? So normally, if the market is about to close, we all know volatility is very low. Okay, so price retracing here with a very low volatility doesn't make it, like, how should I even put it? It doesn't make it a high probability because there's low volatility in the market. Okay, so next week, price may do this. Either price may still continue lower up to this low, or even up to this low as well, or price will retrace back into this fair value gap. Okay, to retrace back into this fair value gap, then it will begin to push lower. So it's two things. That's why you need to subscribe, because I'll be updating you guys. Okay, so it's two things. It's either price will move into this fair value area, or let's say this fair value gap again, then price will begin to push lower, or price will still continue lower from here, which in this case you have to check the 1 hour to see if you have any 1 hour fair value gaps to continue lower. Or if price has a bullish intention, price will disrespect this bearish fair value gap, create a bullish fair value gap, retrace into it, and begin to push higher. So we have three scenarios here. Okay, don't be confused. It's three scenarios. Okay, so now we just hope that price will do one of these things. Definitely it will do one of these things. So let's see. I'll be updating you guys, so please subscribe. Anyways, I think that will be all for the week. Make sure you comment your favorite pairs in the comment section, so that I will be analyzing those pairs as well in the upcoming weekly forecast like this. And every week we give you weekly forecast for the upcoming weeks. Okay, but please, I'm still saying it. This gold setup, make sure you don't miss this gold setup. It's a very high probability setup. I'll be trading it as well. So please subscribe and turn on the post notification so that you won't be left out. I'll be updating you guys. Make sure you don't miss this gold setup. Okay, be ready, because this is a high probability setup. But that doesn't mean it's guaranteed. It's not 100% sure, but it's a higher probability setup. That's what I'd like to tell you guys. So bless up.